Hey Elks, welcome to week 5. Up until now, you guys have been doing a great job, listening to all the coaching that we've been giving, talking about coaching yourself, right? And taking those lessons and putting them into practice. So a couple weeks ago at hitting camp, Coach White had talked about who your most important coaches, right? And most of you knew the answer to that is that the most important coach is yourself, right? A good coach can only get you started on the right path, but after that, it's really up to you to incorporate, the drills that we and the lessons that we teach you, and hold yourself accountable. Be honest with yourself. Am I holding myself to a high standard? Am I coaching myself appropriately? Am I staying positive, right? So we've been talking about, one thing when you're in the batter's box, and that's taking control of the at-bat, okay? Talking about the triggers, the cues to that tell you when to step out of the box, right? Depending on maybe what the count is. Maybe you didn't like the swing you put on the ball. Maybe you took a pitch and you realized that maybe you shouldn't have taken that pitch, right? So when you step out, you need to start being honest with yourself, and you need to coach yourself. You need to ask yourself, am I stepping out of the box just because this is a moment that coach told me to step out of the box, right? Are you stepping out of the box and just stepping out of the box and not thinking, right? Because you're going through the motions and coach told me that this is the time I should step out of the box, right? Or are you stepping out of the box and are you saying, okay, I got 2 strikes against me, which is one of the 2 counts that we're concerned about, right? 2 counts we're concerned about is when you got 2 strikes against you and everything else you're treating like 0-0, right? So are you stepping out of the box and you're saying, okay, I've got 2 strikes against me, I need to keep my hands back, right? I need to see the ball a little bit longer. Maybe I'm not looking to swing for the fences, but I'm going to put a good swing with intent on the ball to drive it maybe opposite field back up the middle, right? Or are you getting out of the box after you taking a bad swing and are you saying, okay, I was late behind that, I wasn't ready for that pitch. Going into the next pitch, I'm going to visualize it, I'm going to be ready for it, okay? Those are the moments that you need to be coaching yourself, right? I can be telling you everything down the baseline, but it's really up to you to be honest with yourself, knowing exactly what happened in that at-bat. Okay, so we're going to talk about a couple things, that I've been seeing, and a couple things that are pretty misunderstood, especially with young hitters, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is what it means to keep your weight back. I'm sure you've all heard it, parents, coaches telling you, keep your weight back, keep your weight back, keep your weight back, okay? Does that mean that you're going to keep all your weight on your back foot at any point during the swing? No, right? You never want to keep all your weight back over your back foot, okay? You're going to start in your swing, and you're going to stay balanced over the middle, okay? And then Coach White talks about a controlled fall forward, right? So you rock back, and you come forward, and now my weight is centered again. When you rock back, your weight isn't fully over your back foot. Some players might get the back that far, right? But you're coming forward, okay? And what weight back means is once that front foot lands, your weight is behind your front foot, okay? As you can see it, my controlled fall forward, I'm down, my foot is planted, okay? And my weight is evenly distributed, but it's back from my front foot, okay? You're actually gonna have weight transfer from back to front, majority in the back, and shifting it towards the front, kind of being balanced, right? And the really good swing, the guys that really put a good swing on it, will actually transfer more weight to the front of their body, to the front foot, and actually push off, right? So when you're here, weight back simply means behind the front foot, okay? Now, if I were to cut my right leg off, right, that means that I should fall back this way. So if I were to just lift this up, I would fall this way. That's what weight back means, right? It doesn't mean over your back foot, it just means behind your front foot, all right? So if you hear us say that, weight back, it means you're getting up over your front foot. My weight is no longer back in this swing, okay? Some of you have the habit of doing this, right? You do a good job of control fall, but then once the control fall is over, and you should be transferring to here, right? Foot comes down and you continue to transfer weight forward into your swing, like this, okay? Once that front foot lands, the weight transfer is done forward, and now you're in a rotation, okay? The second biggest thing, okay? You hear coaches, you hear talk about hips, okay? Once you start rotating, you talk about hips first, okay? Getting your belt buckle pointed towards the pitcher, right? Like this. But the problem that arises, that's not stressed, is what your shoulders should be doing when your waist is rotating, okay? This is what comes into hands back, right? Your shoulders should be fused with your waist, right? Should be one solid piece. You shouldn't be twisting at the waist and not twisting at the shoulders. That's when you have problems with bat head lag, right? And a lot of you will follow the ball off the opposite way or constantly hit the ball to the opposite field, right? It may seem like you're late on the ball. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting your shoulders through with your waist as it comes through, right? Rotating this way. The hands will stay back here, right? Until you get through. So controlled fall forward, right? Handle the bat's pointing down towards the catcher. Controlled fall forward, rotating with the shoulders. My hands are still back here, right? But as I get through, now I'm starting to push through with the elbow this way and through the ball and out, okay? So if you find yourself in an at-bat, right, where you get out over your front foot, maybe you got fooled by an off-speed pitch, right? Maybe your timing's really off and you're really far in front of it, okay? But even then, if your timing is off and you're too far in front of it, it should be here, pause, and then through, okay? Never, once your front foot comes down, if you're fooled by an off-speed pitch, never go to the ball, okay? Your weight transfer should stop forward, should stop here, okay? In this position here. And then let the ball come to you into the swing, okay? So if that happens, right, step out of the box and talk to yourself. All right, my weight transfer got forward, right? I need to make sure once I get my front foot down, I start rotating the hips, and I'm not transferring any weight towards the pitcher to go to the ball. Let the ball come to me in the swing, okay? Or maybe my hips came through really early. Maybe I fouled one off or lined one down first base side that was out over the middle of the plate, right? Or maybe even inside, okay? That tells me that my hips came through, right? But my shoulders didn't come through at the same time, all right? So know what to look for in every swing, okay? Read the situation, step out of the box, take a deep breath, coach yourself. Get back in there and be confident. Remember, there's only two counts we're worried about. The count where we got 2 strikes against us, right? Because now it's a little bit different of an approach. We're making sure that we keep our hands back. We're telling ourselves keep our hands back, see the pitch a little bit longer, right? And then barrel it up. Still a good swing. We're not looking just to put the ball in play at this point. We're still looking to put a good swing on the ball, right? And maybe put it back up the middle, put it off the opposite field, okay? And then the other count we're worried about is when we have less than 2 strikes against us, okay? Unless I'm giving you a take sign, we're treating every pitch where we have less than 2 strikes against us like it's 0-0, and we're stepping in there ready to crank one, right? So we're getting in there, we're focused, we're visualizing it, that pitch comes in, we're ready, and through it, okay? All right. Keep up the good work, guys. You're getting better and better every day. Let's get better and better, not just at the skill, but at the skill of baseball, but the skill of coaching yourself, right? That's what's going to take you to the next level, is being a good coach and putting into practice what we tell you, and then taking accountability, for the progress that you're making. All right? I'll see you guys on Sunday.